smoking some Stokkebye Proper English from December 2009. So this is old stuff. Pretty dry. And not a lot of Latakia left. In a Brebbia Koralle. I got this used on eBay with a chewed up bit, so super cheap. And then I put on my little rubber softy bit there, and it's still workable. What do you know? I like these because of the nice tall bowl. Yeah. So I had an electrician here this morning. I live in this little rustic, beyond rustic, cabin built over 100 years ago. And it's a great, I really like it. And I like the lack of modernity with it as well. Although I'm adaptable, I can live anywhere. But I've been here for like 30 plus years. And so the electrical panel was done in the mid 60s. And yeah, it turns out it is a 60 amp panel. I thought it was a 40 amp panel. It's a 60 amp panel. So I had an electrician here today. During fire drill, we were up at Hansville, and this guy was advertising on the little reader board there, you know, the little things that you tear off, and it has their phone number. So I called him up and I said, you know, would you be interested in looking at my electrical panel for maybe updating it to at least 100 amps? I wouldn't mind getting a on-demand electric hot water heater, just point of use, because I have a gas one, but it uses a fair amount of gas. Is kind of a pain in the ass. Has to be vented. So yeah, if you just leave the pilot on, that's 300 BTUs. Makes a lot of moisture too, you know. During the winter, that's not good here. So yeah, I'm thinking electric point of use hot water. And maybe a mini split heat pump. But first, let's get all the outlets working, you know, get that all squared away. So he came, and nice guy, and so, you know, we had a pleasant interchange, and he'll get me an estimate. So also this morning, I had some tree trim guys think redneck and then double it. And they were so much fun. It was just so much fun hanging out with them. Yeah, rednecky to the extreme. But real good guys. And turns out my big maple tree, which lost a branch, you know, here's the tree, it lost this branch. So now the tree's kind of tilting this way. Unfortunately, my house is over here. Not good. So he had given me an estimate, and I liked him, the tree guy. And so he got here today with his little crew, and went to work and realized it was more than he really... and he's totally honest. I mean, he does not want to have an insurance incident, because you're allowed one basically in your liability career, and beyond that, then you don't get insurance, or it's so expensive that you're virtually uninsurable. So he's extra conservative that way. So he got up there, trimmed a few branches off. His crew cut up the big branch that had fallen into rounds so I can split it for firewood. And he said, nope, you got to get somebody in here with some equipment to trim from the inside or from the outside in. That was his way of looking at it. So, darn it, that tree is still up there and still threatening the house. And so I'll have to get somebody else in here. But it is what it is. So, but I realize this every time I have interchanges like this. And yesterday I was talking to a contractor for a little demolition and disposal project we're working on that I've been tasked with overseeing. So I was getting bids, talking to contractors, put up the RFP. I just so enjoy talking with people, just like one-on-one. I'm just really nourished by that. So, yeah, it's like I kind of make it a rewarding, intense, but inevitably short-term relationship. And that's what it is. It's a relationship. And I just really enjoy that. And I know my dad did too. And I think my mom did, actually. So I come by it honestly. I think they probably influenced me a lot in that. Thank you. Because it's a good thing, I think. It isn't as efficient sometimes because you're getting to know each other and you're sharing experiences and so forth. But it is so rewarding for me. I really enjoy that. So, yeah. And then I was the dock master this last weekend, taking care of support boats, getting them rafted up, tied up right, tied up correctly, and rafted several deep. It was a fairly small journey this year. So, again, these short but intense personal interactions, I love it. I love it. Yeah. So in a lot of ways, I'm kind of a loner with a lot of friends, where I don't necessarily seek out, like a salesman would do or something, interactions. But when they come my way, I embrace them and engage with them and enjoy the heck out of them. And I think people respond to that, honestly. So, yeah, it's a good thing. It's good for me. But it's good to know that, too. It's good to know kind of who you are and what nourishes you and what does not. And we just have to learn that by living and by kind of pushing our limits and having experiences and so forth. But I mean, nobody else can do that work for us. and the reward is that you have this nourishment from the interactions, or you don't and you avoid them and you just stick to business and get the thing done and get out of there. And I can see how some people are like that too, whatever. But for me, it's having that meaningful, below the surface deeper interaction, even though it's very short term. Talking to a contractor, yeah, and yet it's a great little interchange. So, yeah, I don't know. Everybody's different. Got to know who you are. And you better figure it out, because nobody's doing it for you. And if you're not getting nourished by your personal interactions, then you have work to do to figure out what works for you. No time like the present. Get out there. As you get older, too, you realize, oh, I don't have an infinite life left ahead of me. So, yeah, let's do things that have meaning and make them count. Yeah, this bowl's just about done. So they did cut up what was down, and they did tie a line onto the tree, which hopefully will make it a little safer until I can get somebody else in here.